Hello, and welcome to American Accent for Success in Business. I'm Jolinda Osborne, and I'll be presenting this course. How can this course help you? Well, it can help you understand the pronunciation problems that keep other people from understanding you. You'll learn how to produce all of the sounds of American English, and you'll improve your ability to listen to yourself as you make sound, and to others so that you can better imitate them. You'll be learning a phonetic system of sounds rather than spelling, that can help you master the various sounds of American English. The 25 lessons include visual and written instruction for each one of the sounds of American English. In addition, you'll find lots of practice words, phrases, idioms, and sentences for more practice, some dialogues, pronunciation rules and tips, review lessons, all that can help you do a good job of practicing American English. Now we'll be using the phonetic alphabet. It's called the IPA, meaning the International Phonetic Alphabet, and some of you might be familiar with this already. What it is a set of phonetic symbols developed more than 100 years ago. Each symbol represents a sound. And this system overcomes the problem of what I tend to call crazy American spelling. And those of you who've studied the language a lot, I'm sure would agree. Let me show you an example of how the phonetic system can be helpful. Here on this slide, you'll see two letters, O-O. Well, those two letters can be pronounced 4 different ways. They can be pronounced oo as moon, as book, as blood, and O as brooch. 4 different sounds for the same 2-letter spelling combination. But if you know the symbol, you can use that to get the right sound. We have 26 letters in English, but we have over 40 sounds, depending on what region you're speaking about. So in this case, then, the phonetic alphabet can fine-tune your listening and help you pronounce the subtleties of English. By the way, don't worry about memorizing all of these symbols. As you open each lesson, you'll come to the symbols that are used for those sounds, and you can integrate those then. Choose the ones that are helpful for you and remember them. Let's move on. On this next slide, you'll find a drawing of the face and the mouth. These are the articulators and articulation points that I'll be talking about through the series of lessons. The soft palate is the upper part, the top of your mouth, far back in your mouth where it is softest. The hard palate is closer to the front of the mouth, pretty much midway. And the gum ridge is that place just behind your front teeth, that place that you might burn yourself if you eat pizza or other hot food. You'll also be needing to think about the lips, the teeth, the tongue, and the jaw. And throughout the lessons, I'll be referring to all of these positions. You can certainly go back to this slide, but I'll demonstrate visually what you need to do to make the sounds correctly. Moving on to the next slide. We have classifications for speech sounds. The first one is consonants and vowels. You may well be familiar with this through grammar. Consonants are formed when the flow of air is interrupted or diverted by one of the articulators, the teeth, the tongue, the lips. In other words, there's some blockage. And through the blockage, the air comes out in a certain way. I'll be showing you all of that in each lesson. The vowels are formed differently. What you really are doing is having a vibration flow of air. And you move your mouth, but in much more subtle ways to make these sounds. You divert the air, but you don't actually block it. So we have those classifications, and I'll be using those through the lessons. There's another classification that's important to know, and that's the terms voiced and voiceless sounds. Now, consonants can be either voiced or voiceless. Voiced sounds are produced with vibration of the vocal cords. Ba-ba-ba, ga-ga-ga. Can you hear that? There's some vibration, and in fact, if you put your hands to your throat, you will feel that vibration there in your body. Voiceless sounds doesn't mean that there's no sound, but the term voiceless means that there is no vibration. It's simply a puff of air or a movement of air, such as p or f or k. All of those are important to keep in mind. Moving around in the lessons. Well, there are several ways that you can use this course. One is you can go straight through the 25 lessons. They're grouped by type, depending on the mouth position. That might be a great way to move into them. You could look at the contents page and find the lessons that are appropriate for you. Perhaps you've had a lot of training in pronunciation and you know what sounds are problematic for you. Go right for those. You might, however, like to look at the index page and find the lessons that are most problematic for your first language group. I've grouped them for you, and you can go right to those problem sounds. Additional help. Well, I'd say sign up for a class on accent improvement. If you have one there where you work or at your site, or perhaps at a nearby school. Speak with Americans whenever possible. Friends, colleagues, neighbors. Any time you can have a chance to practice is good. Find a mentor, someone who's willing to correct your pronunciation. Listen to English on the radio, on television. Go to the movies. It's all good ways to practice hearing the different sounds. You might want to supplement this course with the workbook. And remember, learning and improving American accent is a long process. It takes a long time to move and retrain the muscles of your mouth. Be patient with yourself and be persevering. Keep at it. Go back to the lessons often. You're not likely to eliminate your accent easily. It's a very hard thing to do. And in fact, I don't even think it's desirable. Your accent is a part of you. It helps define you. What you really want to do, and I think a very worthy and attainable goal, is to speak clearly and to be understood by your colleagues and friends. And to do that, you need to know, what is it that I'm doing? What sounds am I making that are misunderstood? And then work to correct those. Correct pronunciation will give you confidence and authority when you speak. And that, of course, is very important. So good luck as you move into these lessons. Keep at it, and I'll see you throughout the lessons. Thank you.